I've been spending the weekend and doing a series of walks in County Westmeath. Over the last 2 days, I've cycled the old rail trail greenway and walked the hill of Uisneach. Today, I'm slowing the pace down a little with 2 shorter walks, Mullaghmeen Forest and Belvedere House and Gardens. First up is Mullaghmeen Forest. It's a self-contained walk that ends where it starts. It's a gentle forest trail that's easy underfoot. So today I am taking a lovely tranquil walk through Mullaghmeen Forest. We're here in North Westmeath. I'm going to start this loop here and I'll finish up just over there. Mullaghmeen is an isolated area of forest surrounded by farmland. It's the largest planted beech forest in Ireland. It also has Sitka spruce, Scots pine and noble fir, and a very interesting collection of native trees. There are a series of intertwined loops here. Each one is marked and colour-coded. The one thing that strikes me on this walk is the stillness and silence here. It's very peaceful. I'm taking the red route today because this trail takes me up to a high point, to a summit, where there are some spectacular views. You can see the views are starting to peer through just behind me here. And I have a little bit of an incline just to get me a little bit higher up and I'll see more of those views. And I'm glad I've packed a few snacks for some fuel. So this is the high point. And one of the things that I love about Westmeath is there are so many hilltops where you can just see for miles and miles. And you have this 360-degree view all the way around. As I come down the other side of the summit, I'm thinking about how good I feel and how walking is brilliant for that. And just in time too, because I'm meeting an advocate for the connection between walking and mental health. Niall Breslin, aka Bressie, has been promoting mental well-being for the last few years and sees walking as a big contributor to mental health. How are things with you, Bressie?
I'm all right.
I mean, this is just gorgeous, isn't it?
This whole area of North Westmeath is just a special place. Like it's untainted. I think it hasn't got this kind of swarms of tourism that you might see in like the west of Ireland.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it a little bit special.
I mean, the first thing that kind of I noticed when you walk in, it's just you're always cocooned and you feel really safe here.
Yeah, and it's huge. Like you could walk for hours around here.
I mean, it's the perfect place to come when you need to catch your breath and just sort of slow down for a minute.
Our brains are hardwired for nature, and I think the pandemic has really taught us that. Because it's been the one kind of hook of hope for most people is just to get out, even in a city, even getting out somewhere like a canal, anything that's nature driven just has an impact on our heads. But something like this is different. This is like a deep breath for every part of the body.
But you know what? Let's get back into nature and keep on walking. We head down this way?
Absolutely.
Gorgeous. There have been studies that shown actually getting out in nature, it's just so important for us.
If you view nature like your therapist, you will start being kinder to it.
Yeah.
You'll start having more respect for it. And I think it's also helped me have conversations about the power of nature and why we need to respect it more because it needs us now as much as we need it.
You can actually feel yourself slowing down just.
And it's funny because there's a wildness to this place. You feel calmer in the wilder places. And I think that to me there is a different energy here to say Belvedere Uisneach.
There is just such a sense of calm. You want to listen to the birds.
I think with mindfulness as well, there's a kind of preconception that it's just about focusing on the breath. In Ireland especially, people go on about the weather. I said, but like, get over the weather, it's fine. You know, there's nothing that make you more mindful than a northwest wind cutting the arse off you. You know what I mean? But actually, you can use sound. It's a really effective way to just anchor your attention in the present moment and just listen to whatever sounds are around you. And don't follow them, don't label them. Just kind of let them reach your ears.
Well, let's just try that right now, will we? And Bressie, it was so good hanging out with you.
Same with you. Enjoy Westmeath.
With peace fully installed in my mind, I'm heading over to a place called Belvedere House and Gardens for a walk around one of Westmeath's most colourful estates, historically speaking. And to discover how this place hit world headlines this year, all because of a photograph. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Bláthnaid.
How are you?
Not too bad at all. You're very welcome to Belvedere House, Gardens and Park.
I mean, it is so impressive. It's absolutely beautiful. We got the weather for it today, but can you tell me a little bit about the place?
Of course. So the first owner here was a man called Robert Rochford. He became the first Earl of Belvedere. He was an MP. He was a pretty important guy. He decided he would like a hunting villa or a hunting lodge here in this beautiful surrounding on Lough Ennell. He decided to build a house up on a height as a villa to bring his friends and his colleagues along for long weekends, have a bit of fun on the estate. He decided then to add some impressive features to the estate for people visiting. Of course, the most impressive of these is the one we can see right here beside us, which is the Jealous Wall.
I mean, it's hard not to notice.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
It
It
is.
is absolutely stunning.
For a number of years, he had a difficult relationship with his brother. His brother decided to build a house just across the way here in a place called Tudenham, but it didn't go down so well with Robert, the owner here of Belvedere, because the house was built in one of the best views from Belvedere, and of course he turned the back of it to Belvedere. So Robert decided to commission the building of a wall. Now, he could have built just a wall, but where's the fun in that? So he decided to commission the building of this beautiful big folly and just coincidentally block the view from his house to his brother's house.
A very jealous guy.
A very jealous guy.
Wonderful. Mary, it was so lovely to meet you, and thank you so much.
Very nice to meet you too. I hope you enjoy your walk and your time here at Belvedere.
Thank you. Across Belvedere's 160 acres, there are numerous walks and trails. Each is signposted, so there's plenty of variety. There's lots to do and see here for everybody, even kids. It's a very family-friendly place. The walks and pathways all face Lough Ennell. It's a visually spectacular place to visit. Wow, amazing. Look at this place. Oh my goodness, it's so grand. The Jealous Wall is called a folly. This isn't the only one on this estate. In architecture, a folly is a building that has no purpose other than for decoration. In times gone by, these were fashionable and statements of wealth on grand estates. And Belvedere is no different. I'm on my way to see another one. Wow, this is beautiful and it's perfectly framing the house. Now, I've heard of garden ornaments, but this really tops the charts, and to think its sole purpose was for something beautiful to look at. The Belvedere Lake, Lough Ennell, hit world headlines recently, and all because of a photograph. The picture was taken at this lake, and I'm meeting the photographer, James Crumby. Hi, James. Hello.
Hi, Bláthnaid. How are you getting on?
Hi. James, it is so lovely to meet you, and you obviously live around here.
Yeah, I grew up not too far away from here, a place called Rahu, which is maybe about 10 miles away. So we would have spent my youth coming here to different parts of the lake and Belvedere. And, so yeah, the lake has played a very important part in probably our growing up, you know what I mean?
You're the guy who captured the famous photo of the starling murmuration that's been seen all over the world.
Yeah, it's been mad. The reaction to the photograph's been incredible.
I mean, they're just incredible. They really are stunning.
Oh gosh, that's gorgeous.
That's the bird. Huh? That looked like a bird.
Surely it didn't just happen by chance.
No, myself and a good friend of mine, Colin Hogg, spent maybe 60 nights here over the space of 3 months. So any night there was any kind of visibility, we were down trying to track them and try to find out where they'd be the next night. So yeah, great winter down here.
Amazing. So tell me about the moment when you actually saw the murmuration happening.
The night it actually happened probably wasn't the best night weather-wise. It was incredible. The birds were so active that night, and I remember them just making the formation, and I knew straight away that there was something special there, so yeah.
Well, listen, it was lovely to meet you.
Nice
Thank you
to meet
so
you
much.
as well. Bye.
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 I've come to the end of my time here in Westmeath and I really enjoyed myself. I loved the Hill of Ushnock and all the archaeology and all the folklore. The cycle was amazing, and then hanging out with Bressie as well was just great. There's just so much to offer, and I really didn't know a whole lot about Westmeath, but I do think it is one of Ireland's hidden gems. So all I can say is get the hiking boots on, get the bikes out and hit the trails.